Surprisingly enough, I'm not a harsh person in life, but I think watu wengi wakiangalia uso yangu wanafikiria mimi ni mtu mkali, lakini deep down kwa roho I'm a very gentle person. But the funny thing is that vile umesema watoto wangu kuniona kwa TV na nina act kama mtu hashi, wanasema huyo ni wewe, huyo ni wewe mamu, na kuanga hivyo, lakini ninawaambia I'm like that on TV because it's my character, and I'm like that in life to help them learn about how to go about life. When I was nearly finishing school, I told my parents I want to be a news presenter. And as I had told you earlier, on those days unaambia mzazi unaenda kwa TV, unaenda kufanya nini kwa TV? You know what I mean? And I remember, I think my dad might have teased me and said, I can put you there if you're serious about it. Ninaweza kuweka hapo ndio kuwe presenter. But then you know those days kulikuwa tuna channel moja. In most of the, let's say, series or movies I've acted in, I always tend to get the harsh beat. The harsh, always harsh. Actually, the one that was kind of a bit gentle was when I did Igiza.
A very good morning, a very good afternoon, a very good evening, wherever you're watching us from. This is Semana Eddie Max, only at Jalango TV, where we bring you hot stories from all corners of life. Na leo, niko na actress, mwenyewe pale Citizen, Becky. Without further ado, please allow me to let her introduce herself. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
We are so glad to have you today.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Many people wanakuona pale Citizen ukiact as one of the main actors. Sijui unajiita nani majina yako kamili?
Majina yangu kamili ni Monica Wairimo Thanga. Ndio. Nini ingine?
So, Monica, growing up, maybe people may want to know umegrowia wapi? Wewe ni mtu umekuwa Kishagi ama wewe ni Bontao? Please tell us.
Mimi nimelelewa Nairobi. Sipendi kusema kule nimetoka kwa sababu I believe I'm a Kenyan. It doesn't matter where I am from, I'm Kenyan. So I've grown up in Nairobi. Tulikuwa tunaenda Ushago during holidays. Alafu tunarudi nyumbani. Yes.
So when Bontao?
Ndio.
So growing up, did you ever imagined at one point utakuja kujipata kwa TV? Ama ilikuja tu by surprise?
That one came by surprise because, no, I lied, because I remember when I was nearly finishing school, I told my parents I want to be a news presenter. And as I had told you earlier, on those days unaambia mzazi unaenda kwa TV, unaenda kufanya nini kwa TV? You know what I mean? And I remember, I think my dad might have teased me and said, I can put you there if you're serious about it. Ninaweza kuweka hapo ndio kuwe presenter. But then you know those days kulikuwa tuna channel moja. Mbili ama tatu, KBC, alafu ndio KTN ikakuja, alafu NTV ikakuja. So yeah, I had a bit of interest being on television, lakini sio kama actor.
Na maybe hujafikiria kwenda shule you further your studies ama ufanye kitu kama mass communication?
Umesikia mimi ni shosho.
You have a nice voice. That voice should be on TV or radio.
It's funny you say that because many people I meet are like, hiyo sauti yako ni ya radio. Hiyo sauti yako ni ya radio. Employ me on radio.
Yes, she can do well on radio.
I can do, I've been told. Radio is also something else I'd like to try as well. Because of talking to people. Me, I love talking to people. And as I told you, I like talking about reality of things in life. So that's one of the other things I would like to get on.
You said your dad was against you being on TV. Now that you are on TV, anaonaje na anaichukuliaje? How does he feel sasa?
It's not that he was against, but those days, as I'm saying, there are certain careers as you chose, was as you questioned. Yeye alisema kama unataka kukua TV, niambie ukweli unataka kukua TV. Pengine nitakusaidia uende. But you know also you continue growing up, unaona pengine naweza kuwa air hostess. Hapana, wacha nijaribu nursing. Hapana, wacha nijaribu nini. When he saw me on air, sikuambia familia yangu yoyote niko kwa television. Kwa sababu pia sisi kwetu hatuoni TV sana. Hata sahi kama mimi ni actor sioni TV. Kwa sababu pia kama actor ukijiangalia unaona makosa mingi ambayo umetenda. Na unasema jamani, mbona sikufanya hivi badala ya vile nimefanya. So I remember there's once I had gone with my dad for shopping. God rest his soul in peace. He passed away last year. So when we're outside waiting to be picked up, this man and his son comes and stands there. Na ananiangalia hivi. Kijana yake ananiangalia. So my dad looked and akasema ni nini mbaya? Mnatujua ama ni nini? Huyo mzee akasema mimi najua huyu msichana. Ninamwonanga kwa TV. So I think that then made my dad realize that for real, I'm on television. For real, she's actually on television. So at the end of the day, it's a job. If you're working rather than being idle, it's better than nothing. Yes.
Thank you. Monica Wairimu.
Yes.
Yeah, your character pale Becky, unaka mtu harsh. Mtu maybe in your real life, is that your character ama?
Surprisingly enough, I'm not a harsh person in life. But I think watu wengi wakiangalia uso yangu wanafikiria mimi ni mtu mkali. Lakini deep down kwa roho, I'm a very gentle person. But the funny thing is that vile umesema watoto wangu kuniona kwa TV na nina act kama mtu hashi, wanasema huyo ni wewe. Huyo ni wewe mamu, na kuanga hivyo. Lakini ninawaambia I'm like that on TV because it's my character, and I'm like that in life to help them learn about how to go about life.
In fact, I'm also surprised about your character. Me, I've always known when you're mtu mkali, you are harsh. I didn't expect such a soul.
I find that all the characters I've had to play in most of the, let's say, series or movies I've acted in, I always tend to get the harsh beat. The harsh, always harsh. Actually, the one that was kind of a bit gentle was when I did Igiza. Igiza was on Showmax, and I was acting as a house help. Yes. It was the only character I felt I was gentle.
No, now maybe just talking of that, can we talk about your journey? Ulianza lini katika kuigiza? Safari yako imekuwaje, and when did you venture into this?
I ventured into this like about 20 years ago. And it was funny kwa sababu I managed to get into television by luck. Mtula aliniintroduce my best friend. Sasa yeye ndio alikuwa amepigiwa simu aende audition. Kama amepigiwa simu akasema ninajua Mtule anaweza kuja na atafanya vizuri na mtafurahia. Akanipigia simu, akaniambia kuna audition, nataka uende ukajaribu. Sasa ndio nilienda nikafanya audition ya Beba Beba and I got the part. So that's 20 years ago. After Beba Beba, I then managed to get a few more movies or a few more series. Ile nimefanya local TV na vitu zingine nimefanya on DSTV and Mnet. Ndio.
But maybe did you have passion of acting, ama ni juu tu ulipata chance through your friend then uka have to venture into this?
Passion was there kama niko shule. Na unajua kitoka shuleni, wakati wetu hata ukiambia mzazi nataka kwenda acting ama nataka kufanya drama ama nini, inakuwa ni shida. Kwa sababu wengi wao walikuwa naona acting ni kama kitu ambayo haina pesa vile. Lakini yes, it was passion. It was passion. And that's why I've even managed to continue because I enjoy it. For me, nikiwa mbele ya camera, ninaona I'm able to be who I am and what I want to be. Yes.
Pale Becky, naona ukileta na juu sana na your daughter-in-law. Sijui in your real life, ama do you feel kama uko kwa set, do you feel the same? Hizo vitu namfanyia?
No, remember vile umenianzia hapo mbele, nimekwambia mimi siko hivyo. Hiyo ni kazi. Na ndio ninaambianga watu wengi, hata kama sasa ninatembea kwa barabara, watu wananiona wasema, wewe mbona uko mkali hivyo? Wewe ndo ambie huyo Trisha wache kufanya mambo mabaya nini. Lakini unajua sisi wote, hiyo ni kazi tunafanya. Na nikiona watu wakireact hivyo, for me ni mzuri kwa sababu inamaanisha karakta yako umeisoma na umeijua vizuri. Kwa hivyo unaifanya vile watu wanafikiria kweli kweli, hivyo ndio uko. Lakini ni mchezo tu, but deep down, that's not me. That's not my personality at all. Mi hata naambianga watu wengi I'm a very shy person and they're like, no, you're lying. Yeah.
Watu wengi tumeona wakifanya kazi ya acting, wanapitia changamoto mingi. I don't know on your side, umesema umekuwa in acting for 20 years. Challenges zako zimekuaje?
Vile ninaweza sema is I don't take acting kama full-time job for me. I do it as a part-time job kwa sababu still Kenya hatujafika ile kiwango ya watu ku-appreciate. Ama hata watu kama government bado haijafika ile kiwango ya ku-appreciate. Uigizaji wa television ni kazi na ni kazi ngumu sana, wacha nikwambie. Kwa mfano unapata unaanza kazi kuanzia kitu saa 12:30, na kama uko na night scenes lazima unakaa mpaka pengine saa 3 ama saa zingine mpaka saa 10 mpaka midnight. Yeah. Kwa hivyo acting is just a job like any other job. It's only that you find it's not appreciated. Hapa nchini yetu watu our what do you say appreciation? Haupati the exchange ya the money to the action unafanya haijafika pale tunahitaji ifike. Yes. Mimi ni actors wale wanaita kama seasonal actor. Seasonal actor is sometimes I can be choosy the kind of series or movie I'd like to be in. But yeah, it has there's a lot of challenges in acting in this country. Yes.
Na maybe how do you handle pressure? Pressure TV ni mingi sana, acting and all that. It may be family. How do you manage all that, or how do you balance?
For me, I might say right now, my children are grown up. So I don't really worry that much about being able to balance my private life, which is my family life, and my work and my work life. So hiyo kwa mimi sio ngumu. What was the other question you asked? Sorry, umeniuliza maswali mbili.
No, I was just asking how you balance your life with pressure,
acting na hii. Yeah, so kwa hivyo mimi sina shida ya kubalance. But the only thing I usually say, kwa mfano, kama mimi sasa, kazi yangu yenyewe, mimi ni mwalimu wa early childhood. Yes.
Wow, you're a teacher.
I'm a teacher. And I'm a teacher of the younger children, what we call the kindergarten children. And for me, it's a passion. One of the things I tell, let's say, people who want me to be in the movie or in a series, I usually say, for me, that's my first job. So if it's workable between us, I can come and do the acting after that. So that I'm not losing on this side. Si waumizi watoto na siumizi wigizaji wangu.
Wow, that's nice. Can you share a memorable behind the scene moments?
Oh, well, my God, 20 years down the road. My memorable behind the scene moments is when you actually start rolling, alafu you find you make mistakes. Okay? So when you make those mistakes and you're going through the clip after that, as you're filming and everybody around you is so serious, but unapata munafanya mistakes ambazo zinachekesha. Those are the moments I love about television, because at the end of the day, you realize the character I'm playing is a character, but I can make mistakes. I wish most series could show the mistakes that the actors make as they shoot. Then they can understand what it means to get to the final end of a product. Yes. Wow. Those are memorable moments. Yes.
You've been in this industry for a while, but you decided to keep your life private. Hatukuoni kama wasanii wengine. Why? Why privacy? Why private life?
I'm very private kwa sababu sipendi maisha yangu ikijulikana. Hata marafiki zangu wanajua sana. Mimi napenda mambo ya down low. In terms of hata nikienda mahali, if I need to go somewhere, I go somewhere pale ninajua naweza kukaa peke yangu vizuri, ni kuwe na mawazo yangu. I have my lunch or my dinner or whatever on the down low. But also, it's a decision you have to make in your mind. You know what I usually tell people, and especially young people when they join the film industry. One of the things that film ama uigizaji inaweza fanya kichwa chako kikuwe kikubwa, kwa sababu unatoka nje watu wanakuona. Sasa, you know. So you find that can get in your head. And then one of the disadvantages it can do, inaweza fanya unaishi maisha ambayo sio ukweli. Na ukiishi hiyo maisha ambayo sio ukweli pia, unajua unaonyesha watu, hivi ndio ninaishi, lakini deep down in your soul unajua sio ukweli wa mambo. So for me, I love simple life. That's how I managed to keep my life off social media and anything else.
Tumeona so many celebrities wakipita pale nje, hawezi hata nunua mahindi choma kwa amani, cause she or he is a celebrity, amejulikana. Kuna hiyo pressure ya social media. Wewe ni mtu umejulikana. So how do you handle that? Hata ukitoka hapa nje najua watu watataka kujua, wanataka kusalimia such things, yeah.
One thing mimi nasema, salamu ni za bure. Mtu akikuona na ni mtu anakuona kwa television, akikusalimia, msalimie. Na Kiafrika tumefunzwa na tumelewa kujua kusalimia watu, kurudisha shukrani bila roho mbaya. And in fact, hiyo ndio one thing I teach my children. Sio vibaya kusalimia watu. Ukikutana na mtu msalimie, because you don't know, maybe hiyo salamu itabadilisha mindset ya mtu. So me, when I go out there and people say hello, I say hello back. Mtu akisema, nakuona kwa TV, si ufanya hivi, si ununue hivi. Kama niko na pesa, nitanunua. Kama sina, mimi nasema hiyo TV ni ya kuonyesha tu. Msidhani vile mnaniona pale ndio maisha iko. Na ni ukweli wa mambo. na unaambia asante kwa kuni recognize. Yeah.
Is there anything maybe in life you feel ungekuwa unajua maybe before you started acting ingekuwa better ama ingekuwa imemeka your acting life better?
One of the things I wish I would have been able to do ni kuenda acting school. Yes. Siku hizo kama sisi tuna grow, there wasn't much exposure for acting school. Kwa hivyo unapata ulijifunza mwenyewe. Ama ukiwatch kitu unapenda na upate character kama hiyo ama character iko karibu kufanana na hiyo, you find yourself emulating it. So that you're able to actually do your character well. So I wish I would have gone to acting school to make my acting better. But so far I've taught myself. Yes.
Beyond the characters you've portrayed, do you think there is a part of your characters umeleta kwa kipindi you feel this is my character?
Oh my God. Have I brought anything on TV that I feel is me? Maybe a bit of the harshness. I think a bit of the harshness. I've brought it on TV because I've had to deal na mambo mingi maishani mwangu. So for me to be able to, first of all, bring up my children the way I wanted, be able to guard myself, kujiprotect mimi mwenyewe. I've had to put this strong character in myself or strong personality within myself. Yeah. And I find that also sometimes coincides with the parts I have to play on television.
Maybe talking of your family, how does your children feel seeing you on television? Wanaichukuliaje? Kuna wengine hawapendi maybe wazazi wao kuonekana, wengine they feel shy, wengine. How does your children take it?
My kids actually, they don't mind it. They don't, if anything, wananichekelea wakiniona hapo kwa television. Wanasema, yani una act kama wewe hapo kwa television. They don't mind, and also I find that even their friends pia wana appreciate hata kushinda watoto. Wana appreciate kushinda watoto wangu. So there is no problem with that.
Wow. Now maybe tumeona so many actors are struggling. Struggling to get into that space. Maybe you can talk to the actors, you can advise them what to do and what not to do. Yeah.
In the space of what?
Acting. Yeah.
Now, if you want to maintain, first of all, acting is a hard job, but I had said earlier, it's a difficult job. And I usually tell people, since I got into it, I tell people what you watch within 30 minutes has taken maybe over 3 days to be put together so that the end product is something you appreciate. Acting is tough. You need to be very focused when you're doing it for starters. And then once you get into it, you have to know what exactly you want. Are you trying to do it for the money? Because most of the time, you won't get it there. That one for sure, as I had told you earlier. If you're going to do it because it's a passion, well and good. But also be focused and know what your end game is. Yes.
Can you tell us a moment in your career you've ever felt disappointed?
You have to be clear which career.
Oh, acting.
Let me say there are moments, many moments I have felt disappointed, and most of the time it's when it comes to the pay. When it comes to the money, sometimes you can get disappointed because you feel you're not as appreciated as the time you're putting in. Yes. That one can be disappointing. Or sometimes you go on set, what you've been promised is not what you get. Yes.
You said you are a teacher by profession. Wanafunzi wako, do they take you serious? Wanakuona kwa TV, as in, how do they take it, your students?
They see it and they come the next day and they get excited. Kwa sababu pia nimekwambia mimi nafunza watoto wa
chekechea.
Yeah, wanaitwa chekechea.
Early childhood.
Wow. Early childhood. Kindergarten ambao wanaanza kuanzia 15 months and they leave the school when they're 6 years. So wale wanaona television ama wazazi wao wanaona wanakuja na wananiuliza, nilikuwa na kwa television. We unafanya nini hapo na unakaa hivi na vile. Yes, so they get surprised. You know, so this age group ni very innocent. Kwa hivyo hata wakikuwa na mali pengine tofauti kushinda pale wanajua kukuona, their mind really runs wild. Yeah.
What do you enjoy most about what you do? Inaweza kuwa in acting, in your teaching. What do you enjoy most?
In my teaching, I enjoy the innocence of children and the purity that children have within themselves. Watoto wachanga wanakuanga watu wana roho safi kabisa. And I find kukuwa na hiyo roho safi, it also makes you think a lot as a grown up. Okay? And it can set your mind to think differently kushinda saa zile uko na watu wazima. So from my acting, I appreciate the purity of children. Or in my teaching, sorry. I appreciate the purity and the realness children have. Yes. In terms of my acting, I love how I become alive in front of the camera. And I usually tell people, camera, sio the same na stage. Stage unajua kuna animation, you animate a lot. When you're in front of the camera, you have to be as real as possible. Lazima ujaribu kukua vile we mwenyewe uko. So those are the things I appreciate. Yes.
I'm sure in this career of yours, kuna watu wanakushika mkono.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe you can talk of that a little bit. Kutia mtu moyo tu pale nje anataka kuingia acting. Yes.
Ukipatana na mtu ambaye anaweza kukupatia advice na advice mzuri kuhusu acting, it's very important for you to listen. I always tell young people, as I had told you earlier, when you get into acting, first of all, appreciate it. Get into it not for the money. Get into it as a passion. Okay? And then when you get into it, don't let it get into your head. Yes? Kwa sababu inaweza ingia kwa kichwa and you find yourself changing, which is human nature. Because when you then realize everybody you're meeting is saying hello to you, and they want you to sign an autograph or they want you to buy things, be humble. Humility is a very important thing, and it can help you be able to move forward a lot. So I usually tell people, be humble, let it be a passion, and be focused. Yes.
How do you handle criticism? Najua watu wanakucritique, wanasema we ni mother-in-law mkali, we ni ukikutana na watu pale nje, unaona watu wengine wanaweza kuwa tuna hiyo bad blood to attitude, hawajui hiyo ni kipindi. How do you handle that?
One of the things naambia watu, what you're watching is not me. What you're watching is a character that I have to make you believe ni mimi. Lakini uyo sio mimi. So what I usually tell people is, Ukiona unanidharau hivyo, inaonesha kuna vile ninafanya kazi yangu vizuri, ndio ufikirie I'm actually like that. The other thing is, kuna watu wanaishi actually hiyo maisha. Kama sasa, I'm a mother-in-law who is living with my son and his wife in the same house, and yet the son has another child. There are people who are actually living that life. Kwa hivyo saa zingine unaona you're kind of reacting to what people are actually living. Unaelewa? My reactions, there could be a mother-in-law who is identifying with me.
True.
Yes. So most of the time I tell people, as long as we are acting to convince you, thank you. And you're convinced. Yes. But that's not me.
In your real life, can you live in that setup where you have a daughter-in-law, your son, mnaishi tu kwa nyumba moja? Unaweza imagine, imagine kitu kama hiyo?
Nimeimagine, lakini thank goodness me, I only have daughters.
Wow.
So I know my daughters will go. But if I had a boy, no. Because mimi nataka mtu aende kaishi maisha yake huko nje. Sitaki kujua maisha yako ni juu ya nini. Lakini nitakuwa hapo kama mzazi. Ukiwa na shida, njoo. Kama ni kitu naweza kusaidia kutatua, tutatatua pamoja. Si ndio? Lakini mimi sipendi hiyo mambo ya kuishi. Naonanga it limits.
True.
It limits people so much.
Pale Becky nimeona mko different age groups. I know behind the scenes kuna vitu hutokea tu. Sijui kwako una manage aje kukaa kwa different age groups. Kuna wadogo, kuna uko age mates, wengine wako pale katikati. How do you manage that?
I must say one of the things that maybe ile nanisaidia is the fact that I'm able to mix and talk with anybody. One of the other things I'm doing right now for myself, I'm training to be a counseling psychologist. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni kitu moja, lazima unajifunza kuwa na watu. Yeah? Lazima ujue kuongea na watu. Lazima ujue ku-advise watu, kupatia watu advice kama wako na shida. Lazima ujue kusikiza watu. So when it comes to a setup, for example, kama Becky, actually, I think I'm the eldest on that set. The other ones are like my children. So you just find a way of dealing and balancing with them, yeah? Na sio ati ni kila wakati tuko pamoja. Unajua set saa zingine mko watu wawili, watatu at one time. Wengine wana shoot kwa location ingine, hivyo. Yeah, but it's just learning how to get along with everybody. Mimi sina shida na ku get along.
Yeah, in the relationship.
I don't feel I think our relationship is fine. Yeah, we have a good relationship. Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
We have a good relationship. I haven't experienced anything that has made me feel like insecure or feel uncomfortable. That's the word. Anything that has made me feel uncomfortable, hakuna. Alafu pia I think kwa miaka yangu nikisikia sina furaha, mimi ninakuja kwako na ninakwambia vile umenitendea ni vibaya, na watu wengi hawajui kuhandle. So you find some people might react funny, wengine hawatachukulia vibaya. But for me, mtu akinikosea napenda kusema. Mimi sio watu wale wanaeka vitu kwa roho.
Many people believe in order kufika kwa hiyo space ya television, ukwe pale kwa television unaonekana, many believe lazima uhongane. Wana believe auditions haziwaka, kuna mlango wa nyuma. Maybe you can tell us.
I don't know of any. Kusema ukweli, I don't know of any. I might say I have heard of many, but I haven't actually experienced any that I've had to go through that. Kwa sababu mimi na believe ile kazi yote nimepata with my own effort. And it's very sad kujua kuna watu wengine, especially the young people. Those are the people I really feel bad for. Because of really having hiyo kitu ya kutaka kukua televisheni, they will do anything to be there. Lakini mimi sijajua yote. Nimesikia, lakini sijui yoyote. Lakini mimi nimepata nini yangu kwa kuweka nguvu yangu na effort yangu.
That's nice. Maybe as we wind up, kuna any role ushaipata yenye ilikuwa challenging kwako ya ukapata ikakuwa difficult kidogo since you started acting?
This one. Becky.
Why?
Becky. Ninaona kwa hii ya Becky inanifanya ninakaa kama mtu yuko na different characteristics. Sawa? Ninaona ni kama hata saa zingine nikiwa set ninaambia my acting mates ninafanya kitu kama mtu yuko na bipolar. Sijui kama unajua bipolar.
Yes.
Mara moja niko na furaha, niko na mapenzi, alafu nina switch. Ninakuwa mtu ambaye ni kama, sitaki kutumia hiyo ni jina mbaya sana. Ninakuwa ni kama mtu nimeshikika. Ni kama ninakuwa mwendawazimu kidogo. So this character has actually it has also made me grow. It has made me grow in a way that is good for me as an actor as well. So it's been a challenging one. And in fact, most of the time I've said to the director, Aki, you guys have made me appear like the worst person ever. You know, in real life. Because like there's one scene I did where, I don't know whether you watched, where I was trying to burn Trisha's face on the pan. And you know, when you're doing it, you really have to do it for real. Lazima unamsukuma mtu kabisa ndio ionekane ni ile ukweli yenyewe. Alafu after that mtoto wangu akaingia na ninacheka na Trisha. Sasa hata mimi mwenyewe ninasema jamani, hii ni character ina gani? Lakini lazima nifanye. So this has been like the most challenging for me. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Is there a specific project that holds a special place in your heart?
Let me say the one that actually, oh my goodness, is there one that really holds? I must say my first one, Beba Beba did. It holds a special place because it was my first ever project that I did, and it became a good hit. Because also the other thing is people identified with it. Kwa sababu ni mambo ya matatu, vile mambo inafanyika kwa matatu ama
I remember kina Majei.
Unaona,
Sasha.
Ndio Sasha, mtoto wangu anaenda huko anapatana na watu wa matatu ama wanamdanganya, you know, those kind of things. I like projects that portray reality in life. And for me, if I'm going to be part of a project like that one, it makes me happy. Because then I do the best I can to make you watch the realityness of that project and to be able to identify with it. Yes.
I remember I used to watch you ukiwa Beba Beba, ukiwa mama ya Sasha, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Sasha.
Yes.
Nikikumbuka hiyo character ukiwa mama ya Sasha, you are such a humble mother. Ukicompare that character na hii character ambayo iko kwa Becky, unaonaje ikoje? Those two characters are very different.
Yes, they are very different completely. But then, you know, also the good thing with being an actor and also growing as an actor, ni lazima ujue change according to the character you're given. Sasa kama sasa siniko mgumu sana kwa Becky. Ile ingine nilikuwa nimefanya mbele ya hiyo ilikuwa inaitwa Igiza. Igiza, I was a house help. Hata watu wengi wakiniona hapo wanashindwa, Ulikuwa aje hapo kwa hiyo nini? The one before that, I was in My Two Wives. Hiyo sasa ni karakta ingine pia, pale unajiweka chini kwa sababu mko mabibi wawili, you know, waliobaki mko mabibi wawili, mnashare, you know, and yet you didn't know that your husband was like that. So it's good to be able to change your character around. And you should be able to change your character around as an actor. Yes.
It's very important.
It's important because that's the only way you'll also be able to get different gigs, what we call gigs. Yes.
What keeps your passion for all these years? Nini inakusukuma? What keeps you going, Monica?
You have said it, passion. I love acting. And as I told you before, mi nikiona hiyo camera na unaambiwa action, I will do the best I can. I become alive in front of the camera. Yes.
Wow. So umetuambia wewe ni mwalimu, you are a teacher, na wewe ni actress. Maybe there is something we don't know about Monica. You can just tell us. Kuna kitu labda pale nyuma we don't know about you.
As I had said, I don't know whether you got it. I'm a counseling psychologist as well. The other thing I'm a mother of 2 daughters, mature girls. I'm a grandmother as well.
You're a grandmother of how many?
I'm a grandmother of 1.
Wow, that's
right
news.
now.
You look young, you look beautiful.
You know, these days...
Congratulations.
Thank you. You know, these days when you're a grandmother, you don't have to look old.
True.
Keep yourself going. I'm a grandmother of a 2 and something year old.
Wow.
Yes.
What should we expect from you? Ni nini kiko jikoni kinakuja? Tutarajie nini?
Ooh, right now, nothing really apart from now this Becky. But if I can get another project, I would like to do a movie. If I can be able to get a movie that I can be in, I would appreciate.
Wow.
Yes. Or anything else. Yes.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years to come?
Being a director.
Wow, you want to be a director?
I actually would like to be a director, and then, yes, I'd like to direct.
Wow. That's so nice. We are so glad to have you. Maybe your last words to our audience, Jalango TV. You can tell them something as we wind up.
My last words is keep watching. Support Becky. The other thing I'd say is, as young people and young people in the acting industry, take it up as a passion. Be focused. Again, I repeat. And also do the best you can. Be your own self. Be yourself when you're in front of the camera. Yeah. And don't be in it because of the money. Don't be in it because of the money. Don't be in it because of the money. Because you will get disappointed. That one I usually tell many people. Yes.
That is so encouraging from her. Be your own self. Thank you so much, Martha, for giving us this opportunity at Jalango TV. Have been your host, Eddie Max. Stay tuned for more stories to come. Thank you.